All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. And today, guys, I know I've been talking about this on my weekend review. I've been talking about it on my live streams, KF Live. If you haven't seen KF Live, every Monday, 8 o'clock, unless I say otherwise. So far, I've hit every Monday for the last 7 weeks, I think. And it's been a blast. So if you haven't been there, there's a little plug. Show up and have a blast. So I'm here today to finally start fulfilling a promise I've been making for like 2 months. This is the first KnivesFAST Collection video. And we're gonna start with a category. So I've decided rather than just showing my whole collection, we're gonna do them by category. And so this first one is flippers. Now some of these are flippers and have another opening method. Most of them are just flippers. It's okay, we're just gonna do it this way. I thought about taking one of these knives and putting it in to thumb studs, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. It's okay. I've got plenty of thumb stud knives or thumb hole knives or whatever it is. So we're gonna go over to the table here in just a second, and we're gonna do this first part of the KnivesFAST collection videos. Now, some of this stuff comes and goes. Some of this will never leave because some of these knives, because they were given to me by my kids or family. Or they have sentimental value. We may or may not talk about all of those, but we'll try to talk about some. And, you know, there's actually one knife in this stack over here that I've been trying to sell for a while. So we may talk about that too. So, yeah, we're going to go down to the table and start the first KnivesFAST collection video at this point in time. So let's go to the table. Okay, so here we are with category number one, KnivesFAST, and this is the flipper video. Now, the one that really could have gone either way for me is the Orion Solaris. It really, I use the thumb studs more often, but it's a very good flipper knife, so I thought I would leave it in with the flipper. Heck, maybe I'll put it in with the thumb studs too. We'll just put that one in both categories because it's strong in both. So here we go. We're just going to kind of go through these. We're not going to spend a ton of time on them. We're just going to go through. I mean, it will be a longer video than you're used to. Probably already is at this point. But let's go through. So the first one is actually a high-end assisted opening knife. Now, you guys know assisted is not my favorite. And when I first got this one, this is the Benchmade 495 Vector in S30V. And it is a beautiful knife, guys. I love this knife. I love the pocket clip. Everything about the setup of this knife, and let's just flip it, and this blade. I mean, that to me is one of the most beautiful spear points on the planet, and one of the most beautiful knives I have for sure. I just love the look of this knife. I love the finish of this knife. Pretty much I love that it's an Axis, but guys, it's assisted. So you can't do that. It's still, unfortunately for me, it's kind of a one-handed knife, but not comfortably, because the spine is turned in like that. You know, I still dig it. I still like the knife. It's great, and I will keep this knife just because of how much I love the ergos, how much I love the blade, how much I love the looks of the knife. I just wish it wasn't assisted. And I know you guys have heard me say that before if you've seen my review on it, but it's one that I've just puzzled about, and I've actually asked Zach, the Benchmade guy, you think Benchmade will ever think about turning this one into a manual knife? I would love to see. I mean, I think this thing is gorgeous, and it should come back and be a manual knife. And I don't have a lot of Benchmades here, so I don't have a lot of clout, but Zach does. This is the Giant Mouse GM2. Now, what did I just do? I just spotty flicked it. So this is also another one that is very much a dual deployment knife. And as a matter of fact, you guys have heard me say before, the detent on this one's a little soft, so you kind of got to really send it, which is one of the reasons why I flick it a lot. But I have a lot of knives with hole deployment, And that'll be a category. We'll do thumb studs, we'll do holes. I just figured this one fit in the flipper as well. And maybe I'll do the same thing. Maybe I'll have it in both. But for the time being, here is the Giant Mouse GM2, and this is number 27 of 300. It is this great milled carbon fiber. Love the ergos on this guy. I love that the jimping is up here where my thumb actually is. There is a choil here. Plenty of room for me as long as you do the, as JB calls it, the trigger trick. But man, it's just, the ergos are great. The blade is great. M390, great finish. Like I said, you know, it's just that one little minor flaw of the detent being a little soft, and it's just not a big deal. And I will be keeping this knife because I love it. And yeah, I've had it for quite a while now and carried it. I carry my knives. I use my knives. And that's why that ano is all scratched up on the clip there. For those that notice that. The Orion Solaris is next. Whoa! And apparently I tried to drop it and, of course, saved the knife before the camera. This is the Orion Solaris, guys. This one is a flipper. It is a thumb stud knife. And, yes, you can use the button if you want to. Note, Savivi. Did I say that? It is a great flipper. And, guys, I can't say enough. The stonewash on this is just crazy. I love the pocket clip. I love the blue. It's just a great knife. For a first try, are you kidding me? David's first try at making a knife. Ergos are excellent for me with that forward finger choil. I just love this knife. So now we've got the, what I'm going to call the Finch family here. All four of these Finch knives are flippers. So we're going to treat them sort of as a whole. So the first is the Cimarron. And you guys know I love the Cimarron. And you notice I have them grouped by the two more modern folders and the two more traditional folders from Finch. So a really low profile flipper. Gee whiz, just wonderful action. Great knife for, as I use it for, fishing, hiking, outdoor stuff, and great as an everyday carry as well. Just love this knife. I've heard some people say they're not a fan of the scales being a little slick. Doesn't really bother me. I get a plenty good grip on this thing, and I love that blade shape. Again, Finch is nailing it for me. The second one has a black coated blade, and this is the Takuna in that orange G10 with the I don't know, ripples in it there. Again, another low profile flipper. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see it in the black there. Kind of eats up all the light in the room, but there you go. Great action again. Great flipper. And this crazy drop point, upswept, whatever you want to call this thing. I don't care. It cuts, and it's great for box opening, guys. I love using this one as an opening of those kinds of things. Now, the more traditional looking Finches, so the Barlow look here of the 1929, that sound, guys, if you haven't experienced the Finch, you need to. The QSP design ones. Now, this guy's Best Tech, and the rest of these are QSP. So the ones you see of the four Finches here, 3 are QSP and 1 is Best Tech. Again, that great upswept blade, kind of a drop point, kind of almost has a clip going on here. I don't know. Beautiful satin. I mean, are you kidding me, guys? This thing is beautiful. Has the gray denim micarta that's picking up my, kind of patina here from carrying it, and I just love this knife. And then last but not least of the Finches is the Holiday. Of course, this is one of my favorites. Love that Warncliffe blade. Again, same thing, fairly low profile flipper. Comes right out of there. Great sound. Oh my goodness. Satin on that blade. A little dirt on the blade from opening boxes and different things. Let's see. All right, going over here with the cloth. Sorry. Don't like to show off dirty knives. But there we go. And I still didn't get it. But oh well. You get the point. It's a beautiful knife. If I would keep it clean. And there you go. So Beautiful, beautiful knife. Great one there. So if you notice, this bottom row is more higher end knives, and the top row kind of gets a little less expensive. So that's kind of the way I have them stacked here. This guy is the Jake Hoback Enoch. Guys, they sent this one to me to check out. I've since sent it around to 3 other reviewers who got to check it out, and they really enjoyed it. JB, Big Red EDC, Kyle at DTOM, and I think Brad, at Mild Mannered EDC got to see these. This knife, and it's really great, you guys. If you've heard me, I love the narrow handle. I thought I wouldn't. I love how it locks me in. And man, I mean, this is just a great, the action on the flipper is awesome. Just love that knife. Hopefully gonna look into more Jake Hoback knives down the road. Just really, and the look of that gray blade, the stonewash, and again, look at that, more gunk on my blade. Sorry about that. So the next one is the WE 715 Ignition. Now, I mentioned in my intro that there was one that I'd been trying to sell for a while. Now, there's nothing wrong with this knife, guys. It's just not, one of my absolute favorites. It's one, and sometimes I look to move knives just so I can get other knives. And so if anybody's interested in this one, hit me up, KnivesFAST, over on Instagram in my DMs, or knivesfast@gmail.com. It's one I'm looking to move and get a few bucks in here to hopefully purchase some more knives. It is a titanium frame lock, that great VG10 two-tone blade, has the hole up here. It's not, let's see, can I? Oh yeah, I can spotty flick this one. I had forgotten, but I definitely can. It's not as easy to get your thumb in there, but you can, because it's such a narrow knife. But you can spotty flick. I mean, that was, whoops. Okay, so it's a frame lock, so that's why it's doing that, goofball. Anyway, so I did it once, so I'm not going to try to do it again. Blue G10, titanium on this side, and it's in really good shape for anybody who might be interested. So hit me up, let me know if you are. Heck, I mean, if you're interested in any of them, let me know. There are some that, over here, I won't sell. Pretty much most of this row. This is the Steel Wheel Cutjack Mini. It is a liner lock. Really dig this knife. It is a great little lightweight EDC. I have used this a lot for days where I definitely don't want a larger knife with me if I'm going somewhere. And if I want maybe a less expensive one because I'm worried I might lose it or whatever, I take this one with me quite often. So again, a great one. So top row, I just picked this one up recently, and I really like it, guys. It's the Kaiser Dukes. This came from Kevin at Lefty EDC. And man, just look how it pops out of there. It is great. I don't know why I'm doing it one like that, because it does drop pretty well. It's not a dropper. It's more like a shake shut kind of thing, but that's okay. Love the clip. Yeah, it's a little, there's some sticking up. Oh, well. Again, I don't know, guys. Some knives that are too, high, I can't grab them and pull them out of my pocket well. So I don't mind having a little bit sticking out. I know everybody's different, but that's just me. I dig the blade. So thanks, Kevin, for... and Kyle for letting me win this on one of your live streams on the Edge. If you guys haven't seen On the Edge, check it out. This is the Sog Terminus Xr. Now, JB from Big Red EDC sent me his carbon fiber one to check out, and based on the price and just how much I liked it, I knew I had to have one, but I ended up getting the G10 one because I'm a cheapskate. As you've heard me say, if you saw my review, just don't dig that billboard clip. Other than that, this is a really cool XR lock, in other words, Axis style lock knife. Love the grippy G10. And like I said, this is another one that's whoops, look at that, I ruined it. Put my hand in the way is what I did. Thumb studs or flipper. Now, in the case of this one, I prefer the flipper much more than the thumb studs because it has a pretty tight detent. And I have a hard, well, not detent, the springs are pretty tight. And I have a little, well, that was pretty good. I sometimes have a little harder time getting it out of here with the thumb studs. But this is a great knife. Great budget knife. Really dig it. The next is the Reich P105Q, also known as the Fang. Guys, here's the deal. This is a big old chunk of D2. I think it's D2. Hold on. Nope, 14C28N. And big, beautiful blue and black G10 scales. And excellent action for $36 when I bought it. It may even be less now because it's a several-year-old knife. But watch this. I mean, are you kidding? For 36 bucks, I remember exactly what I paid for it at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Just love this knife. Great liner lock, great lockup, great centering. No issues with this one whatsoever. It spoke to me right away. I knew I had to have it. The next one is a gift from my eldest son. This is the Cold Steel Medium Luzon. Man, listen to that thing just pop out of there. Good action, not great. It is also, I have trouble with the thumb stud, guys. So I just use the flipper. So this one definitely fits in the flipper section. It does have a lock to lock the blade open. I don't think I've ever used it because I don't think I need it. But yeah, this one, again, is another one I won't be getting rid of because it came from my son. That's the son that has the Cold Steel Kobun that I reviewed, the Cold Steel, what was the other one? Battle Ring Dagger. He loves unique blades. So thanks for getting me this. And I almost said his name. I don't know if he wants me to or not. But anyway, thanks so much for getting me this. And I really, really love this one. I have carried it quite a bit, and it is cool. So then we have this section here. The pocket clips are wrong on them. I need to fix that. But anyway, these are the very few assisted knives that I've sort of kept in my collection from Kershaw. Some of these were given to me. For example, I'll kind of go out of order. This is the Kershaw Filter. Wait a minute. Is that one spring? Yeah, it is. Okay. It just doesn't pop quite as hard as some. The Kershaw Filter, it's actually a really nice knife. It's got a good grip, good big stainless steel knife, pops right out of there. I like the way it looks. Like I said, just you guys, if you watch my Lanny review, CRKT Lanny, you just know I'm just not a huge fan. I just don't know why you need a spring. If you do the flipper right and the detent right, I don't need a spring. But that's just me. Other than that, it's a great knife. The others here are ones I bought myself way back when. This is the Kershaw Cryo, just a classic frame lock. And again, that one has, you want to talk about snappy, speed safe opening from Kershaw, this is the one. And I've had this one for quite a bit, and it has held up pretty well. I don't carry it so much anymore, and maybe that's why it's holding up so well, but I used to carry it a lot. This is a Kershaw Amplitude. What I like about this one, again, another assisted, is it's a light switch open, and I really like the way that feels. And it is a one-hand close, and it does fly open, and I think it looks pretty cool too. Another frame lock. So yeah, these are ones that'll stay in my collection and do get pocket time from time to time. And then of those, the one I really carried a ton back in the day and still carry from time to time, and I've actually had to replace the clip once because it upsweeps quite a bit and got caught on something. But this is the Oh So Sweet from Kershaw. And guys, the way this fits in my hand, the way it uses, the way it works, and obviously that great hollow point, the Oh So Sweet will stay in my collection. It is oh so sweet. Yeah, I know. You already knew I was corny before you got to this point in the video. You had to. So yeah, there you go. The Oh So Sweet. I love those scales as well. And so I don't know why I never flipped the clip to the bottom. I have no idea. But on 3 of these, I need to flip the clip to tip up. Just haven't done it yet. So there you go. There are a few more in my collection, but they're kind of not great knives and not in great shape. So I thought I'd leave those out. These are, the ones that I thought were worth spotlighting. So the very first ever KnivesFAST, categorized collection video is flippers. tell me what you think, guys. What knives, what similar ones do you have? What ones interest you? What are your questions? And let's go from there. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me hear what you thought. If you're not subscribed, guys, there's so much content on this channel. Hopefully, if you're here now, you're going to enjoy what that content is. So check it out. And guys, I just appreciate all of you. And again, I'll do another one of these. And I think the next one will probably be hole opening and followed by thumb studs after that. So we shall see. And thanks so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.